All right, have you ever noticed one of these hanging on your door? Yeah, before you panic or assume it's a pizza coupon, which pizza coupons are okay.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah, it's actually from Duquesne Light.
Whether it's about trees getting trimmed or the lights going out on purpose, that little hanger has a lot to say. And sometimes it's your first clue that overgrown vegetation could be putting your power and your property at risk.
So crews have been working harder than ever because of the major storms we've had to deal with so far this year. So Katie took a trip out to Oakmont to learn more.
Good morning and welcome to the beautiful tree-lined streets of Oakmont. We're here to talk about vegetation management with our friends from Duquesne Light. Jereme, vegetation management, so important in your line of work. Can you talk to us about it?
Tree-related outages are a leading cause for outages for Duquesne Light, which is why this program is so important, right? We proactively manage up to 1,300 miles of distribution lines every year.
So much. I mean, that is a huge service area.
Covering all of Beaver County and most of Allegheny County. And we proactively prune and remove trees in order to hopefully prevent trees and branches from coming down onto the lines and causing outages.
So that's what's happening on site right now. You guys have already identified this area of having some vegetation that needs to be trimmed back. You have some power lines that are being threatened. They're actively doing it right now. They're in the bucket truck. There are professionals doing this. They know what they're doing and they're able to operate around these high voltage wires. What should a resident or a customer do if they see a tree that could be a problem?
Yeah, if you're working around your yard and you see a tree that may be potentially uprooting or leaning towards the facilities that you feel might become an issue, feel free to call us and we'll come out and check it out.
Now, when you're going to be doing this process on someone's property, whether it's public or private, there is a notification process, right? You don't just show up one day and start trimming trees. You guys have an approach.
Yeah, that's correct. So all of our work is planned up to a year in advance, which we go out and make those notifications either via door card like this one, in-person contact if you happen to be home, or through letters. We'll send out those reminders and let you know that we'll be in the area soon. And then you should start seeing tree crews in the area. And a lot of the times they will give you a courtesy knock just to let you know if they're going to be on your street, just in case you need to move a vehicle or get something out of the way.
Now, proactive approaches are always great, but we also are dealing with incidents after storms where lots of trees come down or there's been a terrible windstorm and you guys really are taking action, but you're working in a different way. What happens after a storm? Yeah,
so after a storm, and if trees happen to come down on lines and bring lines down, break poles, things like that, right? It's a little bit different scenario. We're in restoration mode where we try to get the trees removed from the lines and get the power back on as quickly and safely as possible.
Now, when you're doing this work, are you always removing the materials from the property, or sometimes is that the homeowner's responsibility?
Yeah, so during our maintenance activities, like you see behind me, right, during that notification process ahead of time, it's relayed what we do with that debris, right? The branches and smaller things that can be run through the chipper is hauled away, but the wood that can't fit through the chipper is cut up into manageable pieces and left on site for the homeowner to dispose of.
And if somebody doesn't want that, what are they supposed to do?
So we understand that that can be a burden to some, so we did actually just recently set up our vendor referral program, where customers, if they don't want that debris or that wood that's left over, can go to our website, to that vendor referral program, and it gets you in contact with industry professionals that can work with you to get that removed from the property.
Ultimately, safety is the #1 concern, but also preventing service disruption. That's really what you're focused on?
Correct. We understand that sometimes, you know, having tree crews on your road for multiple days can be a bit of a pain, but you know, we're trying to do what we can to keep the lights on.
Well, we're grateful that you guys are climbing the trees and getting in the bucket trucks and helping us take care of this to keep us safe. Thank you so much, Jereme.
Yeah, thank you.
It's wild to see the view from up there.
Yeah, and what a good reminder too, because those storms that we had, I mean, the last big round, people were out of power for a long time.
Yeah, it's really true.
So really good reminder. We want to thank Duquesne Light Company for sponsoring today's vital lesson in keeping Pittsburgh powered and safe, one tree trim at a time.
And to learn more about the importance of managing the trees and vegetation, especially when it comes to preventing outages when severe weather hits, just go to our website, pittsburghtodaylive.com.